We welcome you to Los Angeles and Jackie Robinson Stadium for a three-game conference set between UCLA and Washington. The Bruins looking to stay perfect on their home field, taking on a Husky team with a chance to prove itself against one of the top teams in the nation. As we begin the third weekend of conference play, UCLA is alone at the top at 5-1. The Bruins coming off a home sweep of Arizona. Washington had their conference bye last weekend after taking 2 of 3 from Utah. Hi there, folks. Nick Koop on hand. Great to be with you. Both these teams having great first months of the season. UCLA at 15-3. It's their best start in 10 years since they won the national championship in 2013. And for Washington, their best start since 1994. They're at 14-5. And he drives this one high and deep to left. Way back there. And gone. His second home run of the game. Rock Chalowski puts UCLA in front. Walk-off fashion. Here Simpson clubs one to left. That is out of the reach of Carson Yates and up off the wall. Miller scores from third. Had to hold up. But Will Simpson with an RBI double. And Washington leads 2-0 in the 10th. Brennan hits it up the middle, base hit into center field, and this game is over. And that's caught by Gorson, leaping into the air. He throws to third, and they've got Kendall doubled off. And just like that, the inning is over. Vaughns hits a high drive out to right center field. At the track, at the wall, and gone. 8th home run of the season for John Vaughns, and UCLA is right back in it. And this one is hammered fair down the left field line into the corner. Knight scores. Duggar scores. Vaughns around third. He scores. Roman Martin has blown it open. A bases clearing. 3 RBI double, and UCLA leads 9-4. And hits a fly ball out to right field. Vaughns dives, and he makes the catch. John Vaughns saves a run. Swing and a miss. He got him. Case Matter finishes off the series win for Washington. Last light here in Los Angeles, and a good ball game so far. UCLA and number 12 UC Irvine locked at 2 runs apiece. Nick Koop and Wes Clements on hand from Jackie Robinson Stadium. UCLA desperate for a win entering tonight. Bruins have dropped 5 in a row in 8 of their last 9. And coming off getting swept by ASU on this field over the weekend. Peyton Brennan leads off the inning. Phoenix call A.J. Salgado to follow, and there's a hard hit liner foul into the right field corner.
Well, there was a time, what was about 3 weeks ago, Nick, you see the Bruins on a weekly basis. Brendan had 7 hits over here, and then he went to Arizona and Tucson and kept going, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a 7-hit game and a Tuesday night affair against Santa Barbara.
Insane.
First Bruin to do that since 2008, and the first player in Division I baseball to do it in 8 years.
And just so you know, Mom and Dad, I am a voter for Player of the Week and Pitcher of the Week, and I voted your son as Hitter of the Week. He didn't win. I don't know how.
And to the opposite field, that will drop in. Miles Smith was shaded towards the line, but Brennan able to settle that one down for a leadoff single.
Number 4.
This is just flat out good hitting, putting the bat on the ball, not trying to do too much with it. And he sets the Bruins up with the runner first and no outs, knotted up at 2. With Chase Call coming up, you wonder if a bunt could be in play.
And so here is a Phoenix call, a walk in the third. Runner goes, and it's bounced through the left side. A hit and run on, and Phoenix call executes it beautifully.
And there's a lot of people that would say, hey, you don't want to hit and run with no outs, right? But in a situation like this, You had Castagnola, the third baseman for UC Irvine, expecting the bunt. He was well in on the grass. Bryant Ward runs the offense for the Bruins. He's third base coach. It looked like a hit and run, to your point, but now it sets up the Bruins first and second, no outs, and the 9-hole hitter coming up. And
here comes Daniel Babona.
Excuse me, AJ Salgado coming up.
Yeah, top of the lineup now for UCLA with 2 men on. As UC Irvine does have a lefty getting loose in the bullpen. That's Nick Rinkover. Gronk's been very efficient here, turning in one of his best starts in his young career. But now getting into a little bit of trouble.
Well, this is the fun part of this, right? Of baseball. So if you put your thinking cap on from both sides, both skippers, John Savage, Bryant Ward got to make a decision. Are they going to bunt the runners over and lose the left-handed batter, AJ Salgado? You got the left-hander in the pen coming in for the Anteaters right now.
And it will be Nick Rinkover coming in. Will step aside as he gets loose. 2 men on, nobody out for the Bruins in the 5th. Tim Gronk's night is done. He exits after allowing a couple of hits in the last of the 5th inning, but Gronk was really effective early on for the Anteaters.
Well, the freshman was. I mean, he did a real good job throughout the game. Got some good ground balls when he needed it. You see the slider there. But again, we've talked about the freshmen of this Anteater staff. They've won 13 games this year, and he leaves the game in good hands to Nick Rinkover. He's the sidewinder. You take a look at the ERA at 0.82, and there's a reason opponents are hitting 220. He's a little bit funky. He's a drop-down left-hander, and he comes in a situation where the Bruins have first and second and no outs, and this is where the thinking caps go up on both sides. What do you want to do if you're the Bruins? You bunt AJ Salgado. He's your only 300 hitter, but it's left on left in a tie game. Do you want to bunt over the runners and set up second and third for Cody Schreier, the right-hand hitter? Now, if you do that, if you're John Savage and Bryant Ward, you're thinking, is Ben Orloff, are they going to put on Cody Schreier to set up the double play with Deuce Gorson, the 2 left-handers after Cody Schreier? So that's all the fun stuff about the greatest game in the world.
Well, the corner infielders are on alert here for a bunt. Martinez at first, Castagnola at third. And Salgado does put it down on the third base side. It's going to be Castagnola making the play at first. A high throw, but Oyama reaches up. And so UCLA does put the bunt down, second and third for Cody Schreier.
Now batting.
It's a good bunt, but a very good play by Castagnola over at third. He runs right through this. Oyama, to your point, gets over. You see him at the top of the screen on the right. He's got to come a long, long ways, and he's catching this ball almost on the run. Anteaters are going to play the middle back, and they are going to pitch to Cody Schreier as we speak. Now, if we see pitches that are not close to the strike zone from Rinkover,
sac fly last time up in the third for Schreier, struck out earlier. The Rinkover has allowed just 1 run all season. Delayed start, though, didn't feature in the first month of the year. And there's a bouncer to the left side. Bermudez bobbles it, and everybody's safe. UCLA has taken the lead. Peyton Brennan scores to make it 3-2 Bruins.
Now batting.
well, it's a good pitch by Rinkover. It's on the bottom part of the zone, and Cody Schreier does a good job in this situation. First to third and 1 out, less than 2 outs. Just put the ball in play. And Bermudez has got to try to run through this ball, and he just loses the handle. And the Bruins have the same situation, first and third now, with less than 2 outs for Deuce Gorson.
UCLA with their first lead of the game. On the scoreboard in the stadium, they've ruled that a hit.
It is. It is.
So 2 runs batted in tonight for Schreier. If UCLA's got any chance of playing themselves into the top 9 for the Pac-12 tournament, you'd think it would involve Cody Schreier going on a run here over the next month.
No question.
Here's a potential double play ball. Oyama to Bermudez, and he finishes it off to first. So that'll make up for the bobble on the last play. And UC Irvine gets out of the inning, but UCLA has their first lead, 3-2 through 5.